All right, I'm here. Won't be too worried about me. I know it's only 3 minutes of silence this time. Had to go get, turn on the air conditioner. It's kind of warm. Evening, you just got back from your county fair. How did that go? I've never really had a good county fair experience. Most of the county fairs that I've been around have all been, well, a little too on the small and also a little too on the southern side. That I just couldn't find any enjoyment in them. They're usually pretty, terrible, combined with high prices. But other than that, it's been a hot and miserable day. Hot, steamy misery. I hate August so goddamn much, Chad. I hate it. Why do we allow August to continue being a month? Why can't we do to August what we did with Pluto? And August, taking you out of the running. Not gonna be on the calendar this year. I feel like we have that ability. No riding hogs, nope. Just usually like the local fair my town has, they have some rides for kids, and then they have a parade of people in their pickup trucks and stuff in the back of their trucks. And I forget what else they have. I haven't been to it in a while. If the end of the world were to occur, what would I stream as my last stream? Please say Persona 5. No, it wouldn't be that. Why would it be? I wouldn't be able to finish it. I'm pretty sure if we were the last day of the world, I wouldn't bother streaming. Sorry to disappoint you on that one. Gonna be low 80s all week. Christ, this summer sucks in terms of weather. Last year was so gentle. Sent a picture of your chokers to a friend yesterday. They admittedly told you to make a leash. Are you going to make a leash? I mean, that's the next stage, right? Hey, OJ Simpson, excuse me? Really? All right. I guess you gotta have to get that one out eventually. Mr. Dartigan, ooh, wow, a Mr. in there. Your voice reminds me of the TV Sins guy. Have you ever seen their videos? I've actually never seen the TV, anything other than some of Cinema Sins. I never watched their other channels. I know they had Brand Sins, and I didn't even know they had a TV Sins actually. But maybe maybe he's my back twin and also has a voice like me. I don't know. I guess if you're gonna do content like this, you want a deep and Dex. Jesus, what are you doing, kitty? My cat just tried to jump up on my desk and failed. Slid right off. You want to try that one again? No? You're gonna go hide and slink away in shame? Yeah, I would too. I would too if I failed to jump up on a desk, cat. Congrats. Congratulate me. You need congrats me on my comp. I need positivity. So wait. You want me to congratulate you on getting a computer? I mean, I will. But I feel you're already feeling pretty good about that if you're asking for compliments for it. But good job getting yourself a gaming PC. I'm assuming it's a gaming PC. You made the right choice. I offered to make them a choker and a leash for them. Oh, okay, they wanted it. Well, I mean, pretty easy to make both, I would assume, if you're into leatherworking. Into the world as we know it, and I feel fine. It's 105 over here in Southern Cali. 105 is pretty high, not gonna lie. Even for like my general like wet heat, like humid heat I get here, 105 is it's gonna be that's a spicy temperature. I'm not sure if I'd be able to handle that very well. Normally, I like to always do the thing where we're like here's something that unites everyone who lives in a southern state. Chat, we will always talk about how much worse humidity or like high humidity heat is worse than that dry desert heat of the Southwest. But there are times when I think definitely the higher temperatures without the high humidity is still going to win out. I'm not going to be that stubborn about the whole humidity versus dry heat thing. Your chokers are made out of yarn. Okay, so they're like a cottage. It's like cottage goth. Is that what it is? It's like, oh, here's a cool little yarn choker for your sub. I find that endearing, honestly. You know those loose socks you see Japanese schoolgirls wearing? And, tell us about the Japanese schoolgirl clothing that you're into. Tell us. I actually know what you're talking about. I think that fell out of style in Japan a long time ago. It's like an 80s and 90s thing, but it still gets used for certain pieces of media that you probably know what the name of. It has a certain specific name to describe them. Just saying. Still take this over yours, though. I used to live in Texas, and the high humidity was worse. Yeah, Texas is right in the middle. It gets high temperatures and high humidity. I don't know how they live there. It's like a godless country, godless land. No one was meant to live there. It's why God was like, "Hey, I'm making this place hot and humid. The humans surely will not try to like set up their homes there." Then he made a bad mistake. He put oil under the ground. People were like, for enough money, I'll live anywhere. Did you hear that we're headed towards a Great Depression? No, we're not. It's not even. Well, you talking about the current economic downturn? Those happen. Trust me, if this is definitely not as worse as what happened during COVID or even 2008. Definitely not. Really, now watch me that I've said that. It ends up being worse. Fuck you, Jesus. What did I say to you? That got you so riled up. Find it weird Japan game is called Bridge Curse on PS5 and not so bad. I've never heard of it before. Been to Phoenix once and can't fathom how people can live there. The old people really that heat resistant. Older people do generally like warmer temperatures because their poor circulation means that they feel the cold worse, I guess. But I'm assuming the main reason a lot of people move to Phoenix how's the housing market there? Usually, if you live in a desert, houses are more affordable. I've found. Because you know what? You have to have some reason to convince people to move out to the godforsaken desert. You're from Texas? Look, I didn't say anything bad about you. I just was speaking ill of the land. And how you weren't supposed to live there, but you decided to anyway. Look, there's quite a few places in the world humans were never supposed to live, but you'll still find humans there. Like, Saudi Arabia, horrible place to live in terms of like temperature wise. Look at it. It's like mainly like a giant sand dune. United Kingdom, rains too much, pretty foggy, pretty miserable. Australia, everything tries to kill you. Humans weren't meant to be there, but look at how many people are there right now. Most of Southeast Asia, horrible fucking temperatures and humidity. But it's packed to the fucking brim. Chad, I've actually learned something about myself today. I had a realization. I realized that in my head, I rarely swear. Think about it. Like in my head, instead of like saying fucking, I'll say fricking. But when I speak words, I always like swear a lot. And I don't know why I'm like this. I'm like in my head, I'm actually like I'm like a Boy Scout, like just not swearing in front of anyone. Like, oh, that freaking. But my mouth is like from a sailor or something. Sorry, we're not soft like you. I see how it is. Soft like you. All right, one of the. At least I have an actual electrical grid that doesn't shut down for you when someone flips on an air conditioner. Think if you're gonna live in a place like that, you at least want the electrical grid to be maintained. What's up? Puff, how you doing, Puff? Also a lot of other people showing up. How's everyone doing? Everyone like getting through the heat? You saw Deadpool and Wolverine today. Spoilers, but I have already been spoiled on almost everything about that movie because people have been posting cam rips onto YouTube, and I don't know how they're getting away with it. You would think those would be like taken down instantly, but no, I've been inundated with like cam rips showing off scenes from the new Deadpool movie. Not that I was gonna see it anyways. Fuck you, but that is true. Look, here's the glorious thing about America. Every single state is screwed up in enough ways that every single one of us gets to make fun of each other's state, and it's all true, and we all still love each other at the end of the day. Most of the time. But there is no one perfect state that, doesn't live in a glass house. Make fun of Connecticut? It still exists? That's the thing about Connecticut. You kind of forget it exists along with stuff like Rhode Island. It's like, oh yeah, I guess that is a state. Y'all just like sitting up there. You guys are like the people in a party that just sit in the corner and like nurse their drink and hope people don't notice them. Isn't Connecticut also like a tax haven? Or is that Delaware? I think it might be Delaware. I thought that when the state becomes perfect, it automatically joins Canada. I don't know if you noticed anything news coming out of Canada recently, but things ain't exactly peachy up there. Unless you're Mississippi, where everything sucks. Look, there are some states that are definitely, not exactly done well. And have a lot more negatives than positive. I'm a European who likes a lot of American music, and I can't believe how many American songs I've heard slamming New York. Well, any major city is going to get its share of criticism because a lot of like musicians and artists come from those areas, so they know them intimately well. But making fun of that's the one good thing about being American is that we're very good at ripping ourselves apart. Like we will fixate on every single region's minute problems just to tear them down. And to the outside world, we probably appear to hate each other with like a burning passion. Europeans have country disputes, Americans have state disputes. Yeah, but European country disputes are boring. Sorry, but they are. Ever since that whole World War II thing knocked all the fight out of them, they just like now we dispute like the price of like tangerines or some shit. And that's their big international issue. Like, oh yes, we must just decide on the name of those little plastic bits on the end of shoelaces. This is the biggest problem our country faces right now. It's like, get a real issue. And then I say this as they're dealing with a migrant crisis. Europe hasn't had a big war in a long time. Well, they've had one going on for the past couple of years anyways. So though there are some people that don't really consider like Eastern Europe, proper Europe, I guess. You say that, but look at the disputes from most Balkan countries. Well, we kind of solved that by Balkanizing the Balkans. So now they're all like split up so they can just like stare at each other with like stink eye. And like they really want to kill each other, but they know they can't. And it's a nice little international balance of like keeping murderous rage behind an imaginary line. You're forgetting about Balkan border dispute? No, I didn't forget about those. I mentioned those literally a month ago in my Grand Theft Auto 4 video. Or is there concern that war is happening in the back of the classroom? That is an excellent way of putting it, honestly. That's like the kids at the front of the classroom are like just trying their best to ignore the people flinging paper balls at each other in the back. I never thought of it like that. How they are, however, selling them paper to make more spitballs. And secretly picking sides. Wonder if China and Russia didn't exist, how long would it take for US to devolve into a civil war? I don't think Russia and China existing is keeping the US from devolving into a civil war. The US isn't exactly prime for a civil war as like all the like, militiamen and like losers out there who like really imagine themselves being like the next like rulers of the country if it happened. US is actually pretty stable and has been ever since we had our civil war. For like a civil war to break out in the U.S., you need a whole hell of a lot more to go wrong than we currently have. In fact, I would say Russia and China are closer to a civil war than the United States in that regard. Which ending are you going to get the first Silent Hill 2? Probably, I'm not sure. Probably the one I usually get, if it's still the same way of getting it. But, I'll worry about that when I play the game. Greece literally made Macedonia change its name to Northern Macedonia because they got beef over Alexander the Great. How could you still have beef over something that happened literally before Jesus was born? Well, I say that, but there are some Christians who still have an issue with, like, Jews because of, the same things that happen in the Bible. But my God, I mean, dude, like, does Macedonians even, like, do they even have, like, recognition of Alexander? Do they have, like, a big statue of him somewhere, like the Mongolia does of, Genghis Khan? Didn't China have one like 1984? No, that was a massive, like, dispute. You're talking about Tiananmen Square, then, the thing that never happened, according to China. That was not a revolution or a civil war. It might have turned into like a revolution, or at least like a changing of the government, but they cracked down on it. They cracked down on it. Tangerines are ridiculously priced. As a European, I've always said this. I mean, they don't exactly grow over there, do they? You gotta ship them a long way. You're paying that fee. Definitely see Russia having a civil war. Yeah, Russia is definitely in like a really, like, I feel the reason they're even doing what they're doing is because, well, they know their own internal politics better than anyone else. And they know things aren't exactly great there. Still have an issue with all humans due to what Cain did to his poor brother. Humans are gross. Like, yeah, still holding a grudge over that one, huh? Question: I'm not exactly well versed in the Bible, and this feels like one of these questions that has probably maybe been answered. But how did they go from just Adam and Eve to more people without a whole lot of incest? I should have asked that back in Bible studies when I was a kid, but they only had like the two sons, right? Where'd the other girls come that they would have like had children with to produce the rest of humans? It's incest. What did, like, God come down and just say, "Hey, for like the next 1,000 years, you guys can like bone your sisters and cousins and no problem." You're figuring out this. No, I've known it. It's been in my head for years and years, but I never actually like went looking for an answer because I was like, you know what, it probably won't matter anyways. And then the only other answer it could actually be would be incest, unless God came down and took a whole lot more ribs out of people. Actually, when you think about it, wouldn't Eve have technically been Adam's biological daughter to a degree, since she was born from one of his ribs? I mean, I'm pretty sure if that were to happen, you would like, yeah, that's my relative over there. Never thought about that one before. I'm starting to wonder if this Bible thing's true or not. Incest has been on my brain for you. Put that one on the Discord's, like, Dartigan quote section. What's my favorite sandwich? I I like bacon on a sandwich. So you slap bacon on something, it's probably gonna be pretty good to me. Hella incest in that Garden of Eden, sir. I mean, that's some like disturbing levels of it too. Greece is mad because Macedonia, which is Slavic, say they are related to him. Greeks, no, you guys migrated here. Alexander the Greek is the real Macedonia, is a Greek. Fuck you. Like, I know Greece has issues with Turkey due to like Turkey really being upset that Greece has so many islands in the Aegean Sea, and also over that whole like Cyprus issue where the country split, the island split in half. Didn't know they had issues with like their northern borders too. Next time you're banging, this is going to be a great comment, I can tell. Next time you're banging a woman, think about the fact that you're banging a very distant relative. Well, I hate to break this to you, but according to like the law of averages, that's actually kind of true. Yeah, you can like look at anyone's like family lineage, and if you go back far enough, you will usually find a distant relative. It's just that it usually, once you're past like a few different like layers of it, you're fine. So I can probably like look at like sample like 10 or so people in this chat. One of you, or at least probably more than one of you, is descended from a king of Europe or something. Or some other king. You wouldn't be here without those kingly genes, is what I'm trying to say. Sounds pretty awesome. Yeah. $40 it comes with Borderlands. It's real. The town full of people a bit away where Adam and Eve set up after God kicked that. There was a wait. They just discovered a town near the Garden of Eden. Like oh, that's like they like literally like walked out of the Garden of Eden and it's like they walked out like a new Dark Souls area. Text popped up. Pure breeding is just inbreeding with animals. Yep, and with more money. Chad, I can tell this is going to be an excellent stream because look at the quality of the conversations we're already having. Not even started playing the game yet, and already we're like burning through like the question of our ages. Your Celtic ancestors fought the Romans naked, and they lost for some mysterious reason. I mean, you know what? At least they had good like psychological warfare. Bible also says an entire race of people were the result of forced incest, probably since the people who wrote it didn't like that group of people. Yeah, but then they conveniently look over the idea of the whole like Adam and Eve situation. And also the Noah's Ark situation where one family lived. Greek had bronze people, silver people, and gold people. I don't know, bronze is silver. Wait, they bronze people. You read a different part of history than I don't remember these bronze people. Remember the Dartigan joke? He would be a major slut had he been born a woman. I mean, I think most guys, if they with their mentality they have, would be major sluts if they found themselves as women. It just goes that way sometimes. All I'm saying is I'd probably definitely went the OnlyFans route. When Cain was kicked out, he finds a town. No, so he just comes across other humans. That was it. He just rolls up like God made an entire like community out there and like he didn't tell him. That sounds like a plot hole if I ever noticed. Why have I never heard about this giant biblical plot hole before? Just got off a plane, landed so hard I nearly fell out of my seat, even with the belt on. 10-10 martini shaker landing. Gotta wind down listening to you. Well, hey man, glad you landed safe. I've thankfully haven't had any bad flights in my life so far. Not that I've had a lot of flights, except for recently. Damn, no. What if something went wrong with their landing or that pilot just screwed up? But thank you for your $5 super chat. Hopefully you don't really have many more flights to take or like a lot of downtime. Dude, I can't say I'm a slut here. I mean, hey, if you can be a slut now and be my guest. Next sin video, the Bible. Well, thankfully, that ain't a video game. Well, there is that Jesus simulator game that came out a year or two ago that was shit, but I ain't touching that one. Are you looking forward to the Silent Hill 2 remake October? I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm not going to allow myself to have high expectations for it because I do not trust Konami or Blooper Team. Neither one of them have earned any trust for like working with what is like probably one of the most famous horror games of the entire genre. I hope it ends up being good, but I will not be surprised if it ends up being a bit shit. At this point, I think maybe the Silent Hill franchise is just cursed. I'll read the Greek mythology of human creation. I believe I knew that at one point. Like, I'm pretty sure I did. Most of the Greek mythology really concerns like the creation of the gods and stuff, more so than humans. Humans were just NPCs for all their tales for the gods, I feel like. Chat, you realize that? That's what the Greek mythology is? Humans are just like the people you pass in a Grand Theft Auto game. They say weird things, and then you run them over with a car. And then sleep with them if you so choose. Before or after having been running over with a car. Did you already Classic Sin the original Silent Hill 2? No. I've Classic Sin Silent Hill 1 and 3. Since Silent Hill 2 Remake is apparently sticking pretty close to the original, I decided I wouldn't Classic Sin it just yet, but I may end up in the future. Zeus viewed humans as sex game NPCs. Zeus was just like the hentai protagonist, wasn't he? Random NPCs in Skyrim will occasionally give you bullshit quests. Not even that. Not even that. Or the ones that just talk about like, oh, glorious Talos. How are you? Mud crabs, fearsome creatures. Hear about RFK Jr. confessing to leaving a dead bear cub in Central Park? Or did I miss? No, I read about that. And I'm just like, how does someone have that interesting of a experiences? Brain worms, dumping dead freaking bears in New York Central Park, and all being while being a Kennedy. I mean, I'm not voting for him, but he's quite the character. Quite the character indeed. That, you know what, the bear might explain where the brain worms come from, because eating bear meat can give you a parasitic infection. Maybe that's why he ate too much roadkill. Uh, Chad, don't go around eating bear, by the way, unless it's been cooked very, very thoroughly. You do not want what that can give you. It's apparently really shitty to get. I think it's trichinomas or something like that. You really get worms inside you that burrow into your muscles and then form hard cysts and just put you in constant pain. And it's a bitch to get rid of. Not even cooked bear. I mean, you can, if it's cooked, obviously it's a better chance it's killed all the parasites in it, but I don't know, I wouldn't risk it. It ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. Didn't even know people ate bear. It's not exactly common, but it does happen. Read that again. Read what again? He's a Kennedy? Your last comment? So when the Old Testament was brought together, God was only the God of Israel. Deuteronomy 38:8-9 says, when the Most High gave to the nations with inheritance, when he divided mankind, he fixed the borders of the people according to the number of sons of God, but the Lord's portions of his people, Jacob. Yeah, that's the thing about religion. It just makes shit up as it goes along. So yeah, we don't know how to explain this. God did it. The end. Do you hear that Mr. Beast's Roman Empire is falling? I did notice that there's been a lot of controversial videos about his like practice of like selling chocolate bars to kids and also encouraging them to gamble or something. I'm not too surprised. I always am immediately suspicious of anyone who's in influence who puts on the most positive personality possible and always shows himself doing good things and good deeds. It just, I've seen it happen too many times where people like that end up being not quite what they appear off screen. That's just my way of putting it. But again, I don't really want to get into someone else's drama. YouTube drama is a weird beast where sometimes people just like make someone look the way they want for their own clicks. So who knows? Fake giveaways. Well, yeah, giveaways on YouTube are almost always fake. Like, hey, watch, subscribe to this channel and you enter a chance to win a free iPhone. Shows a bunch of iPhones that are probably, he bought off, used off, a sketchy website. What about Mr. Rogers? Mr. Rogers is the exception because it's been years now. No one has ever turned up a single negative thing about Mr. Rogers. He has stood the test of time. There are others too, like Bob Ross. Bob Ross seemed like an all-around great individual. Wishbone the dog. No one ever came to me and talked about, Wishbone the dog's sexual, escapades of him like cheating on his bitch or anything like that. So I think Wishbone's good. Who else? Miss Frizzle from from the Magic School Bus definitely was an excellent teacher. Never did anything wrong. Basically, Chad, if you weren't a PBS presenter of like a TV show in like the 80s or 90s, you're a terrible person. That's all there is to it. Those are the only people getting in through the pearly gates. Handful of people who were like TV show presenters on PBS in the 80s or 90s. The rest of us are damned. We didn't even get a chance. For somehow God put all of his best people into that one network. What do I know of Bangladesh? It's where all my clothes are likely made. But in better news, probably not a place I'd want to live because it's very hot and very crowded. And it's just a strange, developing country. Maybe everything I just said was offensive, but all of it is factually correct. Now I'm sure I probably just lost my entire Bangladeshi audience. What's with the game? This game I'm gonna be playing in the next few minutes. It's a game where you are like in a haunted, spooky Japanese mansion and you fight ghosts using a camera by taking their photos. Right, you're taking those sexy ghost OnlyFans shots. Speaking of Silent Hill 2, I need to give you the code. I'll give you incident. Don't, yeah, what, I mean, hey, we'll worry about that closer to then. Is it like Pokemon Snap? No, you don't ride around on a rail car like in that game. You actually, this plays like an actual horror game where you move a character around and you pick up items and solve puzzles and, fight against ghosts by snapping their photograph. Miss Frizzle literally went inside of a student with the rest of the class because he didn't show up to school, and she solved his issue too, didn't she? She's doing him a favor, bro. You can't spin this away. That Miss Frizzle girl, she knew what she was doing. Any Resident Evil predictions for what, the next one? Hopefully first person again. Hopefully not set in like the however many years forward it was for like the DLC for Rose. Hey, what's up, Montezuma? How you doing tonight? Going to a haunted house to take pictures of strangers is fine, but do it one time at a women's shelter and I'm a creep. Oof. I have to applaud you. The inclusion of the women's shelter line there actually added a nice little cherry on that joke for some nice dark humor. So you get the clap for me. No, whoa, I mean, not that clap. Just, I realized what that sounded like as soon as it came out of my mouth. I clap as in my hands meeting each other and making a sound. There was an episode of Magic School Bus where they were disguised as salmon eggs and got nutted on by them. Your problem with that? It's educational TV. You can get away with a lot as long as it's educational. The miracle of life. Your parents weren't going to bother explaining it to you, so it was up to her. It's made your night 10 times better by what? Giving you the clap? I mean, hey, that's what impresses you. That's what it takes to impress you. It's what I'll do. All right, let's full screen this bad boy. Kevin Clash, the original actor for Elmo, resigned from Sesame Street in 2012 after allegations of sexual impropriety, minors, all of which he denied and were later dismissed due to an expiration of the statute. Well, doesn't change the fact because, all the Sesame Street stuff was that's owned by the guy who made the Muppets, right? I'm not sure. Jim Henson? So Jim Henson still remains a class act. He's up there looking down on us today. You said you gave us a clap? The good kind of clap. No, not the bad clap. Didn't Jim Henson cheat on his wife? Why must you try to disprove my really good claim from earlier, huh? Why must you do this? I just now realized that you can move her arm around with the flashlight and look around individually. Haven't bothered doing that. Not that it's actually useful, but nice feature. Let's see, what was let me get this mouse off screen. Trying to remember what I was doing last night. I think we unlocked something when I photographed this ghost that came out of the well. I think I need to go back or something. Hey, what's up, Luggy? How you doing? You don't want an STD? Well, too late. You're getting one. You're getting one for Christmas. She makes like a little squeak. For wholesome figures, there's also Steve Irwin. Exactly. Be like Oprah, you get the clap, you get the clap, everyone gets the clap. Oh, well, that's a meme I haven't thought about in a while. This feels like porn. This game feels like porn to you. I mean, there are alternate outfits that do make it a bit more porny if you so like. But I ain't using them. I don't think I've had them unlocked either. Sup, Dartigan, you asshole and our savior? What's up, bitch? How you doing? You know what? I wish there were more opportunities in life to just, like, casually say, what's up, bitch? Without all the negativity that comes with that. I don't think this is the way I gotta go, by the way. Hey, new film is film. Who doesn't like the clap? You know how that got its name, right? How they started calling it the clap? Not a good story. I'll introduce you to my wife. She greets everyone like that and doesn't take offense to being called bitch in return. So your wife is like, what's up, bitch? I mean, hey, if she doing it first, she's breaking the ice. She's setting the tone and thank her for it. They clap books together to test, you know, well, definitely involved making a clapping sound, but it usually involved sticking something on a table and then smacking it really hard. Please explain the history of the clap. Well, I just did. They would literally, to get the pus out, would smack it between things. Really, you know, not a gross story, you know. I mean, clapping cheeks, if only. That'd be way more pleasant than what it actually was. Alright, I think I gotta go back and find whichever door opened up, which I don't recall what it was. Sounds painful. Oh, it definitely was. But what else were they gonna do? It wasn't even like a cure, it was just like a temporary, like, relief. Two books against someone's dick to check for pus. Is that... it could be anything, really. But often it was like 2 blocks of wood. Have you ever had the feeling of waiting after an interview for the reply? For like a job? I'll be honest with you. Oh, hold on. Ghost. Sorry, I gotta deal with this ghost before I answer your question. I'll be honest with you. I've only ever, like, interviewed for 2 jobs in my life. And both of them were, like, easy to get jobs, so not in my case. Past medical stuff sounds so terrifying. Yeah, there's a reason, yeah, because it was. Medicine was like a horrifying thing back in the day. You didn't have painkillers. You had like a lot of like people who didn't really know what the hell they were doing. They were just guessing at things or like using religious texts to like guide them. It was like literally torture. Or just as bad as torture. Or stuff that was actually worse than what was ailing you. As you say, putting like mercury and stuff in you. Oh, this will cure you right up. Have this mercury. Oh, you know what? Let me like let some of that blood out of you. That blood's what's got you feeling bad. Here, let me like remove a little bit of your skull. That'll let the demons out of your head. You'll do more damage if you wait. I know about we got the, you know, the 0 shot. You have to wait for they're like attacking you usually. But you know what? It's risky because you might take some damage. So sometimes I just take the shot when I got it. The job had you wait 4 months. Okay, that's a bit long. That's like ridiculously long to wait for an answer. I don't even know what they would, because there's likelihood you would get another job or like go to get some other job while you're waiting to hear from them. better question would be, did any of you ever miss anything important that would have been amazing for you in an email that got buried amongst your email folder? Like you like notice it like months after it's already too late, and you're like, oh fuck. You know that feeling, right? Like well. Uh-oh. You do some serious damage. Shit. Just like came out of nowhere at me, chat. Ah. Oh, for fuck, lady, you were getting my nerves. Be a decent ghost, alright? Lost so much health because of her. Why are horror protagonists so slow? Because that's the only way you can make it scary is if you can't really get away. Put a skull in your head to balance the phlegm against your other bodily fluids. It's called the theory of humors and trunk. I like the idea that we didn't used to have skulls and that was like given to us like a curse. Like in the olden days, humans were like, you know, slug-headed. I should upgrade my camera a bit. Alright, so we're going to increase what? The range? Increase the maximum charge value of a mystical power. Speeds up the charge time for mystical power. Yeah, that one sounds pretty good. Now we'll just wait. Spinner points. Got a new job? Congrats. What'd you get? Porn star, Hollywood producer. Kind of one the same, really. Maybe you made it into like big tech. No bonfire needed for upgrade. This ain't a Souls-like, man. You've been playing a few too many Souls games, and you have to like, hey, I need a bonfire to upgrade this fucking camera. You start looking for them every game you play now. What's the scariest old medical practice in your opinion? Mine's still lobotomies. Well, I think the sad thing about lobotomies is it's still not that old. That was like, literally like your grandpa might have been, or grandma would have been alive when they were doing lobotomies. I would say the scariest one, I don't know if it's scary, but I remember the first one I ever learned about was like in the old days when they would like remove a chunk of your skull as like a medical practice. Usually for like relieving headaches or something, or like migraines and any other problem they thought it might take. But I'm not sure what's the actual scariest. I mean, anything that didn't involve anesthesia, I think, would probably be pretty terrifying. Okay, nothing up here. It's the most annoying accent to you? Is there any answer I can give that won't make me seem like a racist? I don't really find an accent's annoying, to be honest, though. It's like, it's just a way of communicating. But the only answer I can give here that I'm allowed to give is like, the most southern-ass like accent possible, since I am southern myself. So it's like, yeah, I can criticize it. There are some pretty nasty southern accents out there. Alright. I would say, actually, never mind. Any accent that sounds fake, like someone's putting it on, because they want to be seen as like, I don't know. There's some people, I don't know how to describe it. Putting on what sounds to be like a rich person's accent. I don't know. That one can probably rub you the wrong way. The wrong way? Almost said the long way. I speak French, and I think the French accent is annoying and effeminate as fuck. Well, like I said, I don't speak French, so I wouldn't really be able to agree or disagree. But I can make fun of the French with you. That's where I can meet you in the middle. We're getting moos more in the YouTube chat. Good. You guys deserve moo just as much as the Twitch chat does. Why would you, like, not want that? I don't know if this is, I don't think this is where I need to go. I think I need to keep going back through the house. Pretentious ahem, sorry I meant French. Yes. I mean, hey, Infected isn't here tonight, is he? If he's not, then we can make fun of the French. Actually, you know what, even if he was here, he'd probably want us to make fun of the French. Alright, I don't think this is where I go. There's a medical treatment in the early 1910s where people would ingest radium, take sun baths, and yeah, there's quite a few things involving radiation. Once they developed X-rays for the first time, and they were still kind of learning what they could use them for, they would actually just go around the country giving people free X-rays. And like some of the people, like hands were like disintegrated for getting X-rays too much. Oh, do ghosts just get randomly generated at times? I feel like sometimes they do. Don't forget Mercury. Just rewatch your Mortal Kombat. Yeah, but that Mercury for some reason dissolved people. I'm here, guys, just playing Borderlands. Hey, hopefully you're having a good game. Wait, I think I saw something over here I can take a photo of. Some places they can't appear random. I'm assuming it's probably like wide open spaces. Instead of talking about horrible medical practices, chat, how about the goofy ones? You know, one of the things they used to like prescribe for like healing a bunch of ailments was a bunch of ailments were smoke enemas or tobacco enemas, where the phrase blowing smoke up. Where do you think the phrase blowing smoke up your ass came from? It came from people selling smoke enemas to people as like a treatment. See, now that's history. That's goddamn history. Okay, nothing to do in here. Wall doesn't budge. The child went through it. There's a place to hang a scroll. Oh yeah, I need to find this scroll somewhere. Don't forget that Coca-Cola was originally a medical drink. Cocaine, everyone knows that Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it. That's no longer like interesting information. Phew. Ooh. Yeah, dildos came about as originally as a medical practice. It's like doctors were prescribing hysteria, and their way of dealing with it was like, let me just like get you off, lady. Those doctors knew, those sly dogs. They knew what they were doing. There are candles lined up in front of a small red box. That'll definitely be a puzzle later. I believe chainsaws were originally invented to cut through bone for metal. Yup, they were originally used in childbirth. Alcohol used to be prescribed during Prohibition. That was one way to get around it, yeah. Like, oh, I got something only this alcohol can do. Help me with, doctor. I mean, it's not too different from medical marijuana these days. Oh, we got another one of these, do we? Let's see. Okay. Got 5 moves I can make. Farmers in England believed that elves cause more arthritis, so they would rub a nail on the horse to remove the elven magic. Why'd they think elves were giving them arthritis? Tried to make morphine less addictive and they just created heroin. Good job, yo, chemist. Good job. Shit. I don't know why I didn't snap that photo. Alright. The mansion has started to change. As far as I can figure out, the ghosts are trying to pull me back into the past. The spirits are using their power to make parts of the mansion revert to the way they were in the past. The ghosts of that era are beginning to stir. Just what exactly happened in this mansion anyway? And just what do the ghosts want me to do about it? Time travel ghosts. I went to Ireland a few months back and was told that there are towns that are too afraid to cut down certain trees because it would anger the... Yep, I've heard about that too. Some parts of Europe still have a lot of superstitions. Apparently, though, a lot of fairies and folktales are like terrible things, though. Another one? You put 2 of these after each other, did you? Alright, alright. Let's see. Really? I don't get the rules of this thing. I think I screwed it up though. Let's see. I gotta use my brain power, chat. Gotta use it. Oh, this ain't working. Positive news for our ancestors. The ancient Egyptians knew how to remove cancerous tumors through surgery. I mean, I don't think they were that effective at it, though. Kind of hard to do, like, you know, remove a tumor, or at least most tumors, without killing someone back then. So it'd likely only be for, like, skin cancer or something. So maybe, like, a melanoma. Maybe I do this one first. Here's another sort of fun one. Whales, baleen, the Bristol Lake teeth they use had to be commonly used for any penis infection since it was small enough to fit in there. Ugh. I mean, you gotta use what you had back on hand, I suppose. Yeah, go ahead and stick that whale whisker up my urethra. Oh my fuck, this one's kind of hard. You know a lot about old medical ways? Did you study medicine or anything? No, but I spend way too much time just looking up weird shit on the internet. I'm close enough to being a doctor from that, perhaps. I can maybe give you a prescription. Ain't working out so well for me right now. Got it. What do I do to relax and unwind? These days, fly across the country, apparently. When I'm home, I'm usually working to some degree. So it's only during like those times where I take a week off that I'm actually not doing something work-related. Don't just stand there, yell at him, lady. You know what? Save state. Ladder, and then what? You remember lots of chats about furries and twinks, basically any other Dart stream? You know, we only do that on Tuesdays. I'm not going to allow you to slander us, man. Alright, just the ladder is all we can do here. Can you go down? What do you use to play PS2 games? My Pakistani GameCube. Plays many different systems. Was very regionally isolated, only a few of them ever made, and I got one of them. Plays PS1, PS2, GameCube, N64, your Sega CD, anything I needed to play. Twink Tuesdays, Furry Friday. Yeah, we're very regimented here in Dartigan streams. Like to make sure we stick to the schedule. What the fuck? Yeah. To this day, Chad, you can probably always hear me smiling when I describe my Pakistani GameCube. You can hear me talking through the smile, right? It's so obvious, isn't it? It should, or at least it should be. I shouldn't have to like then follow up by saying, "Let me tell you about my pet emo later." just to make it clear. I think I think I just said my pet emo instead of emu. Yes, I have a pet emo. He's very angsty. Likes to listen to System of a Down and other such bands. MILF Monday. MILF Mondays are always popular. The ritual masks and their meaning. In the Imura rituals, masks play a very important role. One of them is called the blinding mask, which is used in the demon tag ritual. 2 stakes pierced through the eyes of the blinding mask. It is used in the demon tag ritual as a blindfold. Legend goes, while the demon is blindfolded, enter the rope altar and perform the ritual. This might mean that the blinding mask is a key to the rope altar. One of my old lady feels attacked that you said pet emo listens to System of a Down. Look, I listen to System of a Down. But, you know what? Just, you gotta take the jokes when they accidentally come out of your mouth and work with them. Improv is all about using your own stupidity, or like not saying no to your own stupidity and mistakes. You find a way to make it work. It's like hunters using every part of the animal. You want to do comedy, you use every part of the gaff. I wonder if it's a device for opening this gate. Huge door in the way, it doesn't seem to be open. Maybe it's locked. Man before door. On this door, the mirror must be there. Mass with stakes in it appears on the pillar next to the door. All know my favorite band is Korn. I just like making fun of them. They were at one time probably my favorite band though. Uh-oh. Oh, I literally just pointed that out as something I would need. Only the red candles in the photo are lit. If ghosts were real, we get endless TikToks of people messing with them. We get like ghost prank videos. There's a tiny matchbox where the ghost was. It's old, but the matches inside look usable. Why is it called... Why is what called what? I need a noun there to finish that question. Ghostly chant saying no cap, skibbity. Those do sound like horror terms, you know. Skip, skibbity, skibbity. That ain't too far from like... Skip it, skip it, skip it. How religious are you, Dart? I am not religious at all. I am of the mind that if you are religious, that's perfectly fine, though. I don't have anything against it. It just never was for me. But if it's something you need in your life, I ain't gonna, like, tell you you're wrong. What is my... which is your favorite or scariest ghost? Personally, the hunched-over, broken-neck ghost in the garden courtyard is terrifying. So far, I think the best one was, like, the author guy that got turned into a ghost and attacks you in the shrine. Had the best look just because he made me laugh. Dude out there looking like a mad scientist ghost or something. For a second there, you thought you heard giggity? Well, I can see why you might hear giggity in a skibbity, but giggity is a very millennial term. What fictional creature being would you want to be real? I don't know. I think life would be more interesting if we had vampires. Come on, think about it. You know that'd be cool. Just add one little thing. Add some vampires to life and it gets mixed up. Then everything gets more intense. As a second possible option, I will accept mummies. We bring back up Dan Aykroyd again yet or not really? I mean, I was actually thinking of playing the video of him getting a blowjob from a ghost tonight, but I didn't think to, like, bring up the video or download it. Actually, they're called sanguinarians, and they're marginalized. Actually, they're called Nosferatu. Use their cultural name. They're from their indigenous area of Europe. Thank you very much. They're a very stigmatized society. Actually, I wonder if you could write a story where, like, vampires, like, hey, don't use the V word, that's our word. I mean, you probably could. You can make a story out of anything, you know. I didn't see you pointing. Oh, now you are. You have a favorite vampire type in Vampire the Masquerade? You know, the Malkavians. Light only the red candles. Oh no, it's one of these stupid puzzles. You can't put white ones out. Or can you? Okay, there we go. How come you gotta reset the entire thing, alright? Alright. Alright, I see. I see. Or not. Ever seen Rosario Vampire? Nope. Never even heard of it, I don't think. Okay. Huh. How does this fucking work with how the candle's self-lighting? Bitch, just use your fingertips, put them out, spit on those things. Huck to a bit. This puzzle's really difficult because you're playing by the ghost rules. I don't see how I can make this work because I'm kind of thrown off by this middle one relighting the ones next to it. Clearly in Japan, this girl never had a proper birthday where she had to blow out candles. Like, no matter what I do, some white candle is gonna be lit up. Wait. When can I, like... Okay, this one can apparently... Interesting. This puzzle makes no goddamn sense. Now I can't put this one out? There we go. What the fuck? I'm gonna have a hernia. Like a mind hernia. Alright, so if I put this one out, it puts out the new ones next to it, and I think it'll leave this one on. I just need to what? Do this? Let me reset. Okay, this should do it. There we go. There's an old scroll inside the box. Painting of Demon Tag. I've seen this before somewhere. Oh no, don't you fucking bitch! Oh, I got my healing stone on me, thank me. Well, that ain't helping me any. Oh god, you are annoying. You are so goddamn annoying. You know, whoever said these ghosts are the worst in the game, you were right. Oh. Can't run, she reacts. Oh yeah, someone said that she like chases you down if you like move too fast. I guess since she's blind, that means she had the face mask put on her a couple times. Alright, lost a bunch of health. Cool. Always enjoyable. May want to wait for the shutter chance. I mean, there's also a good chance I'll take the damage if I do that. I think I didn't run forward earlier. Then had to fight two of them. Oh, come on. One of those had to hit you. And that's why I don't usually always go for the zero shot. Now here. To remind you of Silent Hill 4, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of influence it had on Silent Hill 4. True Ghost nearly wiped out all my healing supplies. On Nightmare mode, the blind woman one-shots you? That must be fun. This is the wrong way, isn't it? I need to go use the scroll on that one door. Over here. That's where it just came from. Beat this game on normal mode for the first time in 7 hours. Beat the nightmare mode in less than 2. Really? Somebody has been, doing pretty good there. I think it was, yeah, it's this way. Final boss can only be damaged by 0 shots. Well, I'll make sure to learn the skill when I get to the final boss then. But only then. You again. I like how they just sometimes get free damage on you. Have you ever looked up a puzzle solution online? There have been times I've done that, yeah. I think everyone's done that. Who in chat has VIP status and how do you get it? I think Mike might be the only, like, regular chatter in the Twitch chat that has, like, the VIP badge. I don't actually give it out. I only, like, give it out to test it out originally when, like, Twitch introduced it. And I've never really, like, just, like, giving, thrown it around much. I think I gave it to one or two other people at the same time, but they no longer watch regularly. It doesn't really do anything for you other than let you like post links, but thankfully Mike doesn't really go around posting links. Something shows in the photo. What is that exactly? Hung up the demon tag scroll, I heard an unlocking sound from the wall. I think there's probably gonna be a ghost in here, so I might as well like heal up. Everyone in chat are VIPs, that's the way to look at it. Is that all? I thought you were gonna give me something good. Knew I saw something sparkling at the door somehow. Well, we're gonna save state just in case anything bad happens. See, you're still flashing a ghost? Hey, I wouldn't mind trying to sexually arouse a ghost. I like a challenge. Alright, what am I looking for down here? Type 74 film. How come this one camera can accept so many different types of, like, film? Usually a camera only accepts the type of film it was designed to, you'll accept. You can't, like, go stick in, like, 18mm, like, 8mm film and, like, a 35mm frame camera. It just won't work right. Something tells me there's developers like, eh, it's a camera term, no one's gonna question it. Do you think Japanese horror games are scarier than Western horror games? I do think the Japanese horror is usually more psychological in nature than a lot of Western horror games. But then again, Japanese horror games include Resident Evil, which is definitely not psychological. But you will find more of it there. Or at least a better mix of it. Doesn't mean necessarily it's better though. I've definitely played some like real stinker Japanese horror games. Hey, $5 from Matthew Pickard. When I said I wanted a Japanese teenage girl to fish flash me, this isn't what I had in mind. Oh really? What did you have in mind? Not to be accusatory. But thank you for the super chat, by the way. Appreciate it. Dead Space. Dead Space is very much the American horror experience. What's the worst Japanese horror game you've ever played? Good question. Probably, if it's like strictly a Japanese developed one, Resident Evil 5. Definitely Resident Evil 5. I just came this way. 5 over 6. Yep, I hate 5 way more than 6. 6 may be a straight up action game, but at least it was mechanically solid as an action game. 5 was still pretending it was a horror game, but also had shitty action elements to it. Just trying to take Resident Evil 4's combat and add way too much action into it. And also the cooperative stuff. Clock. What's wrong with that clock? See, I could write horror game dialogue. I was about to banish it, but yeah, gone now. Oh, there you are. Oh, kid, you ain't supposed to motorboat me. Thank you for, like, sucking my health out. Oh. You're cool to fight. Alright, it can, like, appear and disappear, it seems. Back up off me. I'm about to die, aren't I? Last heal. It seems like he pops up right next to wherever you're standing. And then likes to disappear as well. Oh, come on, that was a clear get. Fuck you, stupid little kid. That upset me. You lose, I know, right? At least we didn't lose too much because of my thoughtful save state. Is that a boss? I don't know. I think maybe. He's definitely unique. I'm gonna use a stronger film on him too. As well as my special ability to, like, I keep forgetting I have to, like, make him stop moving. Is this playing at 60 frames per second? I believe so. That's a problem then? Could be. Oh, hell, I get hung up on the stupid Kotatsu. No, he's behind you. What? You shit, kid. Hmm. How's it going? Pretty good, actually. How about you? Took back the holy mirror. I wonder what this mirror means. Same here, brother. Same here. Live footage of infamous streamer Dartigan torturing kids. These are already dead. Torturing them ain't gonna hurt them any. I'm just taking their photo too, which is possibly worse. Something shows in the photo. Child's writing. Isn't Mikoto ever going to come find me? We're playing demon tag and she's supposed to be the demon. Did she quit? Maybe. Hey, I wonder if Mikoto likes me. If she ever comes and finds me, maybe I'll just ask her. Ghost basketball. Something afoot in this room. That's the rope room. Some other place shows in the photo. Don't feel anybody's present behind the sliding thing. I don't remember where the rope chamber was. Found a piece of an old diary in the drawer of this chest. June 3rd. Mikoto found an odd camera. She said she'd found it in the mansion when she was playing Demon Tag. I tried asking her exactly where in the mansion, but she just keeps saying a girl in white kimono gave it to her. Can't find out any more about it. Had a look at the camera Mikoto found yesterday, but I didn't see anything special about it. It's probably left here some time ago by somebody that came to investigate the mansion. Weather was wonderful today, and Ye seems to be feeling better. 3 of us decided to take a walk in the mountains. Ye hadn't been out in a long time. She really seemed to enjoy it. She had fun with Makoto's camera, taking pictures with it all day long. Okay, I just went around. Been hotter than other summers, I agree. This one's been way more brutal. Back there was the room where I gotta go, but I just want to check. Uh-oh. Hold on. Just in case some shit happens. I don't want to do that boss fight again. It's pronounced Yae. Yeah, this one feels like a boss. Alright, I've got... I can also level up real quick. We can increase the range. And I can switch to my good film. What's on the stream schedule after this? I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Well, maybe some more horror games I still have lined up to play. Be fearless. Have confidence. Take that good shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good. Couldn't have gone better. Have some games that are good for some quick sim videos. What, you know, I have like what are your suggestion? What's on your list? Have to bind my boobs like that when I played Teenage Boys? Ah. In Shakespeare? I too have to bind my boobs when I play Shakespeare. Something there. Fastest hands in the West for a reason. You need to get better at zero shots and shutter chances or you'll run out of good film. I mean, if that happens, it happens. I'm prepared to live with the consequences. I'm not playing a video game perfectly. Have to bind these these nuts. That sounds painful, actually. No, I don't think I will do that. Cock and ball binding, Mr. Freeman. Cock and ball binding is the application of leather to the scrotum. KFC or Wendy's? If you're gonna make me choose, I'll pick KFC. Why did I fight that thing for? It didn't seem to do anything. $5 from coffee. Dart against hard ghosts. I'm a pro dart against kid ghosts. Die. The kid was way tougher. The kid was way tougher since he would like teleport and appear behind you. Like right behind you. You had to run away and create distance first. Also, thank you for the 100 bits, Lucky. McDonald's or Burger King? McDonald's easily. Burger King is, like I mentioned before, should not exist. Huh. Is that something about that seem weird to you? Blood? Can I even go back this way? Perfectly normal mold formation. Did you guys actually see that photo of J.K. Rowling on her, like in her like massive expensive mansion? She had mold crawling up her walls. It's like a real like bitch you live like this kind of moment. Only she's a billionaire. It's like, Jesus, lady, hire a cleaner. The mold is Harry Potter's Laura. Oh, you're right. She's using it to make potions and spells. Makes sense. Wait, right here. Mask shows in the photo it looks like the mask that used to hang here. So we need to get the mask and bring it back here, I think. Mold, but only infecting her brain. You know, we all got a little bit of mold in our brain. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Unless you're a billionaire and you can afford better. Alright, so I think I need to go back because I unlocked the door that was sealed by this, but now I gotta remember which door was sealed by the rope thing. It goes back this way. Hold up. Is that zither music? Oh. Can't take a photo of her. Is it a ghost? Yeah, we all snap a string like that. It's not that big of a deal. What exactly is the plot of this game? There's this haunted mansion where this like weird, you'll have normal Shinto ritual seemingly was held. Keep back some kind of calamity, and I'm assuming it didn't happen one year and everything went to shit for the people who lived in this village. And our brother went missing here looking for some author or something like that, and now we've come looking for him. And we have a camera that helps us like exorcise ghosts. Alright, I think it was that way I gotta go, but let me just check over here real quick. Wood. Oyster pancakes shiver. Ugh. Oyster pancakes. Do you know if any of the Fatal Frame games on Steam are any good? I don't know. I've only ever played Fatal Frame 2 before this one. I've always heard that like 2's the best, but the rest of the series is kind of okay. But I don't know, so I can't really tell you if not or not. That's one of those things you have to trust, like the Steam reviews, probably. Alright, here. This is where I came through. Okay, this leads back into this room, which I think is where I need to go. That's where I just came from. And this leads where? Okay, no, this is where I just came. Okay, I just need to go back to the kimono room. Somnian Files, Amnesia, The Bunker. I actually played Amnesia, The Bunker. I don't think I'd make for a very good sim video, though. The Gunk, Ona 2, Broom, Neon White, Signalis. That's about it, though. Some of those I played. Indie games I usually are really hard to make into proper sim videos because they don't always have very much plot or a very strong, like, representation of their plot that I can work with. Pardon me. Someone's gonna pop out of that. But there's some indie games that are definitely sinnable. Sure, nothing's gonna pop out of that. Can you sin your parents' marriage? Well, I mean, will they produce you? That's mean. You're perfectly fine the way you are, regardless of your ill-gotten birth. Alright, this brings me back here. Shit, where was the room I was looking for that I unlocked? I think I actually need to go back. I think it was on the second floor of that room with yeah, it was. It was on the second floor of the room with the clock. You know what the scariest haunted mansion still is in any game today, chat? That one in Mario 64 with the freaking piano. You know you've never recovered. Luigi's Mansion, not even once. Too scary. Alright. Okay. How much is this game like Luigi's Mansion? It's nothing like it other than it's involving ghosts in a spooky mansion. Well, I mean, you do still you suck them up in a vacuum cleaner in that game. Hey, great bid. Thank you for the 20 months of being a subscriber on Twitch. 20 months of great stuff. Here's the 20 more. Or many more after that. Because I got to keep paying bills, and God knows I got no other talents. Too late, I guess. Fuyu's notes. Looks like the ghosts of the women with the gouged out eyes react strongly to sounds. If I'm really quiet, I can get away without being noticed. What talents do I speak of? I can write pretty decently and, like, creatively. I'm pretty good at, like, deconstructing how a story works. What, do you disagree? Where's my daughter Makoto? Okay, key shows in the photo. They're requiring me to keep track of a lot of stuff in this on this part of the game. I gotta find a mask. Gotta put a mask on a wall. Now I gotta find a key. Open this small safe. Old diary scrap. These past few days, Yae has been taking pictures with Makoto's camera all over the mansion. I asked her what she was taking pictures of, but she just kept mumbling, "I can see them," as if she were delirious. She wouldn't say anything else. Ever since the day we walked in the mountains, Yae hasn't been feeling very well. Today she's in bed and very ill. This is what I'm like when someone tries to take my photo. Shit, that's almost a zero shot. Ah! Oh, for fuck you! I'm not even making noise. I guess a camera shutter always makes sound. Whatever, that should kill you. I'm gonna go back because there's some rooms in here I need to check. And also, need a save state. Bird. Bird. Bird can't take photograph. Nice cock, bro. Thank you. I believe I came through this door. So let's, or was it this one? No, it was this one. Nope. Came through this one. Old Japanese doll here. This kimono is all faded, funny, no dust though. Something inside the drawer. They were like loading me up on spirit stones, but very little herbal medicine right now. For usual courage shenanigans, I must ask, on the scale of Maria from Silent Hill 2 to Lady Dimitrescu, how much fun are you having right now? I'm enjoying the game. I don't know how to rate it on the scale you gave me, though. So I'm just going to respond possibly. Have we ever just had a vibe movie night with Dart? Well, it's kind of hard to watch movies on Twitch because copyright. I have considered doing like movie watch-alongs on my Patreon, though. That might be something I can do there to some degree. I have seen other people do like, you know, watch-along content on Patreon. since you can live stream on Patreon as well. Alright, I'm not sure if I want to go this way or not. Undid the latch on the door. Why would you make your door so tiny, though? Okay, that's that door. That gives me a shortcut back to this way, I think. Alright. From 1 cherry to 10 melons. You guys should make a magazine with this rating scale in it. Do you take notes, remember all of this, or rewatch your playthroughs, or to focus on it for your videos? My answer is yes to all of those, actually. I will take notes, I will sometimes just remember things, and I will then rewatch the footage, or at the very least a cutscene movie of it that someone has put up on YouTube, to write my full-on scripts. So a mix of all those things. Aren't Japanese homes typically uninsulated, by the way? I know, weird architectural like discussion right now, but I believe I've read that before. They don't really insulate them very well, so they can get pretty damn chilly in the winter. Go that way. Actually, let's go this way. Hello? Only the Tame room floors are heated. Yeah, they also don't like using their air conditioner since their bills apparently get really high if they turn them on. And considering how humid and hot it gets in Japan, it just must be misery at times. Undid the latch on the door. Okay, this goes here. There are buttons with characters. This device must open the door. There's an engraving underneath, but its gouge can only read some. It's barely make out. Shrine Maiden, Demon, and Chosen Age of Years, Months. Have I found this one yet? Or is it the same code as like it was the night? Yeah, it's probably a different code now, right? Chosen Age of Years, Months. Hey, what's up, Jim? Welcome back. Couldn't be 1312 because I've already done that one. On the 26th day, the 11th, maybe it's that one. It's 2611, maybe. Shrine Maiden, Demon, and Chosen Age of... Oh, okay, the Chosen Age, years and months. Past the age of 7 years, 9 months, and 25 days. So 7925, I guess. One, two, three, four, five, six. 79.25, right? And 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it. Guy in the Olympics who lost due to his bulge. I saw the clip. You don't have to, like, swear up and down. I saw the visual evidence. Been an interesting Olympics. Shame I'm not watching it. Really give me this many spirit stones? Hmm. When is your video coming out for Q&A? I'll probably record it tomorrow since I do record my lines for the San Andreas video tomorrow. So I'll go ahead and record that after I finish that up. But yeah, it is a few days late because of stuff that was going on last month where I was away for a week. So I didn't get as much done, quite as much as I would have liked. Doesn't seem to be anything here. So why was this door locked if there's nothing in it? Can you please climb down that a little faster? I just guess there was nothing in here. No, I didn't want to take a shot there. Wasted my ferv. Wasted my shit. Like, I may have lost the game because of his bulge, but he won the hearts of many women. I mean, and many men. Probably more men than women, actually. A lot more size queens amongst, like, dudes than there are ladies, actually. Yeah, this is back in the creepy room. I don't... Maybe my map tells me where to go. What does it want me to do? Rubble room. What was the blue thing in the rubble room? Save point? Shallots making you cry. I had to, carve up an onion today for some, like, Asian beef, so had the same experience. I need to find this key, and I need to find a mask, but I don't really know where to go, so... Maybe it's in this room I haven't been into yet, but I don't think I can get in. I did pick up the mirror, so maybe I can use it on that big area here. This big room. I think I need more mirror pieces, though. Piece of the legendary holy mirror from Nakamura Shrine. No. Making spicy potato dumplings in my air fryer. Spicy potato dumplings. Hmm. I'll head back up this way. Never tried them before. I don't think I've ever had spicy potato dumplings either. How many doors in this place are now currently locked by this shit? Okay, that was the crack in the wall that I just passed. Some other place shows in the photo. At least I know where that is. Light is shining in through a strange crevice. I can't see what is shining from here. We're hiding. Starting your tea cleanse, so it's like lots of tea soup and stuff for the next week. I take it. Ooh. Pokemon cards, yeah! Oh no, photos, never mind. Old piece of paper on the desk. Lady Diary scrap. June 24th, Makoto is missing. She said she was only going to play demon tag here in the mansion. I don't think she would have gone outside. She said that camera with her. She had that camera with her. None of Makoto's 4 friends have come home either. It's as if they've all been snatched up away by ghosts. It's been 3 days since Makoto was snatched away from us. Everything has been so strange. Ever since we moved to this mansion. Ever since we got that camera. If I lost my sanity now, too, I wouldn't have to think about it anymore. I could be free. I can see them. I can see them now even without the camera. Old gramophone here. There, now I just need to remember where that damn freaking safe was. Okay, we got the key. This is where someone was playing the thing as well. There's a big koto here. It looks clean as if they had been used recently. I just heard that playing a second ago. Does Dartigan stream on Twitch too? I'm streaming on Twitch right now, as well as YouTube. You can find the link to my Twitch channel. If you're on YouTube, just scroll down to the information box below the stream, and you can find links to like both my Discord and my Twitch channel. And my Patreon. Where I'm not streaming, but I will probably be streaming eventually like some movie watch-alongs there. Just haven't decided when. Hey Garrus, you have a good night, man. Thanks for joining us. Alright, let's see. Actually, where am I in the map currently? We're up here. It's like a stairwell there that probably goes up to the next floor, but can't get up to it. Storehouse. Okay, nothing. Obgunra? You're just making up new words now. I think you're going to love Mira, the push from Silent Hill 2 when I give you, when it's really the... You're gonna love Mira, the plush? I mean, look nice on my couch, maybe. Shit. Ah. I sort of like nailed her, but didn't have any like mystical energy build up. Good. My health looking like not the greatest. However, I can upgrade camera again, maybe. Could upgrade the speed, charge time for mystical power, or increase the maximum charge value of mystical power. I think I might save up for the charge value, the next one of that. I believe the safe was over here somewhere. Found the folklorist research documents inside the safe. Mask of Reflection. The mask worn by the Hamuro family master is called the Mask of Reflection. Legend goes it can become the face of an angel or a demon, meaning its facial expression reflects the nature of the one who is wearing the mask. Inside Hamuro Mansion is the mask room, where all the masks used for the ritual are kept, and the Mask of Reflection serves as its key. The document mentioned that the mask, when worn by the master, turned into the face of a demon at the last ritual. This doesn't help me find it. You had to take your own life. I just walked through the mirror. Well, you hadn't found that camera, yeah. You know, that wasn't the mirror, that was just back into this room. This game is dark as hell, well, it's meant to be spooky. Also, welcome to the chat, Parambara. Where did he go? Look, he went out this way. Mom? Hmm. Because I'm pretty sure she's dead, just she's a ghost. Alright, so we need to make our way back out to that area where that building is. Something to fell under the tree. Potatoes. You cannot say that without the old mash 'em, boil 'em, stick 'em in a stew, I'm afraid. Like part 3 of your Last of Us Part 2 live stream where you thought the guy teleported in front of you. That was I don't remember this. It's been so long since I played that. But most people from my Last of Us 2 live stream, they like the very ending when the game crashed on me, I think it was, or something like that, when I was fighting the final boss, if you can call it that. Amongst other things that happened during that playthrough. Let's see, where am I heading to? Ugh, save the game properly, shower. Thank you for watching my old live streams too, by the way, on the Stream Archive channel. Let's see, let me check the map. Alright, so gotta go downstairs to the first floor and make my way back out there. Okay, stairwell right next to me. Pretty sure I missed your Last of Us Part 2 stream now that I'm complaining. I mean, they're still available on the Stream Archive channel. If you ever want to watch them. This game isn't scary at all. I mean, I can definitely see the atmosphere of it is pretty solid. But you know what? Maybe it's difficult for you to get scared ever just watching a live stream. Sometimes you just gotta be there. I mean, it doesn't scare me, but I'm not human, or at least anymore. Killed that part of myself, apparently. Game was spooky. Yeah, I could definitely see if you played this game in 2001 when horror games were still kind of like... There weren't too many of them, and they were still figuring things out. How it could probably get under your skin. Which way am I headed? Okay, need to head out this way. This door's still locked, isn't it? You're welcome. I've been watching both your Everything Wrong With videos and your old live streams for a very long time. Well, thank you. Hopefully I can keep you entertained for much longer. That's the kind of compliment I like getting, by the way, Chad. If you ever want to flatter the hell out of me, just tell me you've been like a fan, like a big one for a long time. Really gets my ego going. But it really only works if like you're new to me, like you're a new chatter. If you've been watching, if I know you already from streams, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry. It's like, oh yeah, I know what you're trying to do. Trying to butter me up. An album I saw from the Moon Observatory is on the ground. You defeat your ghost mom. Also, $50 super chat from Montezuma. Damn, man, thank you. Been a fan for years. Are you wet yet? My pits are a little sweaty. Sure to provide a scale, please. I mean, is that enough? Like sweaty pits? But I still thank you for like your patronage and watching the stuff. You know, it's for oh. Okay, mom, you're a boss. That ain't cool. I did very little damage to her as well. I might want to change up to like stronger film. You might want to change to some stronger film. And we can also speeds up the charge time. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. We're gonna max out charge time right now. Or wait, do it. Yeah, sure. Why? We need upgrades. It's kind of looking at me. Last video I saw of yours was The Last of Us Part 1 video. First stream was Kingdom Hearts 2, was it? So you've been with me for a while then. Mom, I can't take your photo if you're behind the wall. Yeah, what if you got like an Olympian style ghost who could like just outrun you? It's like, yeah, I got a gold medal ghost over here. I don't know if she's actually attacking me. She's like kind of like hovering around. Row of dolls shows in the ghost photo. Oh man, game, stop making me like traipse about everywhere. Started watching your streams at Far Cry 6. I remember the first thing I asked you about was something Chainsaw Man related. I feel like we've talked about Chainsaw Man quite a few times though together. Alright. Mom, you weren't that tough of a ghost fight after all. Yae's Death Note. Death Note, huh? Pretty sure this game came out before that famous manga, didn't it? Why does this ghost sound horny? You just watched too much hentai, so like Japanese moans now set you off. Dear Ryozo, it is all my fault. It's all because I let Mikoto use the camera that day. And now evil spirits have gone and taken her away from us. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Found some photos when I opened up the album. Demon tag girls photo. Family photo. Curate photo. Put 3 photos in my file. Alright, so now I guess I gotta go back and find the dolls, wherever the hell those were at. Why did a camera end up in a spirit kidnapping? It lets you see ghosts, I guess. What's it gonna take to get you to play all of these up to the most recent? I don't know. I don't really plan to like play them all one back to back, if that's what you're thinking. Now that I'm playing this one, that means I'll probably, if I want to play another one later on, it'd be 3. So, whenever I feel up to it, honestly. Definitely wouldn't be this year, I don't believe. Why you harshing me? How would you react if you found one of these macabre notes somewhere and the only thing you could read were the lyrics to Never Gonna Give You Up? It wouldn't really be a macabre note then, wouldn't it? That's actually a very positive song. So what you're really asking me is, what if I found a dirty piece of paper with song lyrics on it from Rick Astley? I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't be that terrified. Doll that is covering your eyes appears in the middle of the row of dolls. Oh. What am I supposed to do with that, though? 4 dolls look to the middle. They're like the dolls in the photo. The stand is locked. Yeah, I think there was another room with dolls in it somewhere. Oh, wait. Who's in the front or the back? Who is in... What? Who is in the... No, you could care less for Twitter, but this is so stupid that I wanted to share. They're planning on removing likes, comments, reposts from replies. There's going to be singular comments with very little engagement. I mean, would that necessarily be a bad thing? I mean, I don't really think people should, but your average person honestly shouldn't be looking for that much online, like, affirmation and engagement for their opinions. It can really go to a lot of people's heads, so I'm not entirely against that idea. I mean, after all, I am the guy that said they should remove view counters from YouTube, except for, like, the video creator. I really don't think view counters are necessary for people. So, like, you know, why do you need to know how many views a video has? All that does is, like, possibly, like, keep smaller YouTubers from actually getting a head start on YouTube, because people see their low view numbers, like, I ain't watching that shit. Got low view numbers. So... I mean, maybe that'd be good. I mean, in the few times I go to Twitter X, I never look at the ratios and everything else on it. Like, how many times is this retweeted or shared? That lets me know whose important opinion I need to look at. I'm not sure what this puzzle's making me do. Who is in front of the back? This is so cool. Dartigan is playing his game and I'm playing mine. I don't stream though because I'm working on getting myself together. Yeah, probably wouldn't be a good idea for you to stream. Who is in front of the back? I have no idea if I'm doing this right. Well, she made a cute voice, so I'm assuming I'm correct. One of the dolls came off the stand. Look, it's covering its eyes. I don't know. Did I just miraculously get that right? Because I was not understanding that puzzle at all. There is a strange mask inside the drawer. Angry mask. Got an angry expression. I've seen this thing somewhere else too. Okay, I know where to take that. That goes back to like one of the earlier rooms in the place. Is there no English dub for this game? There is, but I wanted to play the Japanese voices for it. Seems appropriate. It seemed, I mean, this is actually a patch version of the PS2 game that includes the Japanese voices, but adds the English localization for the text, and also changed a few other things to like make it a better experience. Oh, no, return. What? What? Shit. Oh, oh my God! I knew it was gonna happen. Where? I actually exited out of the game. Okay, thank God I did a save state right then and there. Oh, I would have been so upset. I lucked out and did a save state right when I needed to. Alright, we got what we need though. Why'd you even do that? It's confusing to back out of the menu because it keeps asking you, do you want to quit the game? And I'm like, no, I don't. Why are you asking me that? Capture cards compatible with MacBooks. Generally Mac is not what you want if you're wanting to capture footage. Macs are compatible with other Apple products generally. And not a whole lot else. Alright, guess I'll go back the long way. How many games are you willing to play in the original language primarily? Most games I'm willing to play the dub of it. I don't really have, I'm not that stubborn with that kind of thing. I just kind of did it for this one. Agree with you on that, Dart. Sometimes new creators get the shaft. Makes it kind of like politics. People only seem to watch the one others. Yeah, that is actually a psychological thing. A lot of people do not want to be the first people to watch a stream or video if it's not already like popular. I can understand, especially with a live stream, it can be like difficult to be like one of the few people watching and maybe even chatting in a kind of empty chat room. So it's not exactly easy, especially if you're looking for a bigger group. But on YouTube, that's not as important because you're just watching passive media anyways. There's no engagement as live engagement. So view counters often act as a barrier for people, even if you got good content. If you're just starting out but you don't have many viewers, someone could take one look at your video and has like 100 views on it, and they just like, go watch something that has like 100,000 views on it maybe. So I honestly do feel that YouTube would be better if the only people who could see view counters are like the video's creator. They don't really serve any point anyways. They're just like bragging rights, or like so people can tell what's popular so they can tell they want to watch it or not. Spooky. Back, demon. Ever consider being a VTuber? I have an idea for a VTuber model, actually. I've talked about it before. So maybe one day I'll get a VTuber model made. Would you like that, chat? Would you like VTuber Dartigan? First answer to that question is no. Nah. 20 view bros fell off. Shit is annoying. 20 view bros fell off. Shit is annoying. What do you mean by that, actually? Someone hasn't fallen off if they're getting 20 views, in my opinion. Keep in mind, some people get too caught up in like the view number game. Like if you get 20 people watching a live stream, you're already doing pretty damn well by Twitch metrics. GameStop has started erasing everything Game Informer related to the internet, so stop people from dogging them. That's kind of annoying. Let history remain history. Like, at least people can go and enjoy something that once existed. Nope, this is the wrong way. Where'd the stream go? It just disappeared from my screen and my internet isn't down. Someone tell Montezuma to refresh the stream because it's still going. There's a closet, I think. But you can do something weird with a model, you gotta be at least a little bit original. I do have a pretty original idea for a model for a VTuber. It wouldn't just be like, here's an anime boy. It's something I haven't seen anyone else do. If I decide to ever go with it. Thing is, though, the idea would probably be kind of expensive because it would require, like, specific rigging. Alright, let's see. Check my map. Wait till you get one of the later bosses. You're gonna have fun with that one. Save as much as your most powerful film as well. I'm only using like my most powerful film for boss fights right now. You got banned from a VTuber recently? Can I ask what you did? Or what they accused you of, I should probably say. Okay, I think I'm almost where I need to be. You do become a VTuber, I would ban you. I would ban you, but you were the only you would ban me. How would you ban me? You know, it's the wrong way as what the boss had. Remember looking at cheat codes in games as a kid? Very rarely. I didn't really even know about cheat codes as a kid, and I didn't have any way of looking them up anyways. You made a bad joke and complained at a moderator? Oh, yeah. That's always a risk when you complain at a moderator. You never know what that moderator is going to be like. You can have, like, cool mods like I have on my channel that, like, joke back with you. Or, like, completely cool with it as long as you're not just actually being insulting. Some of them, though, it goes to their head. Come on, give me that money shot. I hate it when they go through the wall and you can't see them anymore. That'll eventually kill you. One cheat codes you were familiar in youth were different GDI. It wasn't until like PS2 games that I used, like for like Grand Theft Auto, that I used some cheat codes. Because by then I had the internet. I was like, oh, I can like look up stuff to get past this annoying, or like take care of this annoying stuff. Save game. Also, a lot of people watching right now, so I'll take this opportunity to tell you to like follow or subscribe maybe, if you're new here. And hey, I've got that Patreon if you want exclusive classic and DLC sim videos. And I also have a Discord. Got one of those too. What do you do if you're not new here? Continue to be cool as you are by chatting with me. And being nice to new people. Okay, new area. Did you ever play the reboot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3? No, I haven't played that one yet. It just came out at an awkward time for me last year when there was a bunch of other stuff I was working on, so I never got to play it. And from what I heard of it, it didn't sound like I was missing much. It's basically like they really skimped on the single player of it. There's like very little there. Be like Keanu Reeves says, there's too much hate in the world, don't add to it. You know what? I don't consider Keanu Reeves that good of an actor. I know, I'm terrible. But I do consider him a pretty cool dude. With a mask hanging on his shows in the photo. You recommend the Wick films? Oh, he's got good movies. I'm just saying he's not always that great of an actor, but sometimes the movie itself overcomes that. There seems to be locked, but I don't see a keyhole. Joyful mask is hanging here. Take the mask down. Go through. Like, not do anything just yet. You like VTubers because they don't remind you of anything from your past? To some degree, I see your logic there. I mean, but they are essentially just anime. They're just like taking the anime and like turning into like an avatar. So unless anime wasn't like a part of your childhood then as well. I started watching late 2000s, early 2010s movies. I was like, man, Sam Worthington is really good. Wonder why he just stopped, and then I got depressed. Why did he stop? I'm drawing a blank. Did he die? Get, like, scandalized? Alcohol issues? That'll do it. Sad mask. These are no masks, right? Like Japanese no masks? Go through. Who's an actor you like? Someone that blends in whatever role they have, even though they're very different. I'm thinking. Actor that I mean, I'm not like a big movie snob. I'm not even a big movie guy. So it doesn't really take much for me to like you as an actor or an actress. So I will say, what's that dude that dies all the time? Sean Bean or whatever his name is, played Boromir in Lord of the Rings. I think he's pretty much been good in everything he's ever been in. Gary Oldman, yeah, Gary Oldman is one. Hold on, let me grab this ghost spirit. The blinding mask must be somewhere in this mansion. Old book on the floor, and this folklorist, it's the folklorist research document. Research scrap. The masks and their significance in rituals. The binding ritual and the demon tag ritual are performed by the Himuro family master. Master wears a mask when he performs the ritual. This is probably to eliminate the maiden of all worldly connections. Dart likes Lucky. She's an actress. That she is. You've discovered the secret. An actress and a Reddit, and you discover the second secret. Is Sean Bean still dying in his movies? I think he's moved past that trope, and he actually gets to live from time to time now. Who's already? Oh, participation in the ritual are family members, meaning the one who is sacrificed and the one who performs the sacrifice may be directly related. My theory is that the mask serves to eliminate the maiden's attachment toward her family. Gouging out the eyes of the demon in the blind demon ritual may have similar meaning. You know that I absolutely love Steven Seagal. Yes, it's well known how big of a fan I am of Steven Seagal. Eerie mask hanging on the wall. I wonder if it's used in some ritual. Hugh Jackman is an actor I really enjoy. I mean, I really only know him from playing Wolverine, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, he plays Wolverine well, but I can't think of anything else he's done. Whose fault is that? Clearly his for not being in more movies or being known as anything other than Wolverine. Ooh. She's zooming. Oh, behind me. They kind of always like spawn behind you, don't they? Who's my favorite voice actor? Right now, probably that guy who played Clive in, Final Fantasy 16. You're gonna start streaming this coming week? Hey, I'll make sure to raid you. That way all the people can see you stream. Now give me that happy mask is hanging here. You take it down. Alright. The guy who got blinded by the sun at the Game Awards and didn't even... Wait, what? Got blinded by the sun? How do you do that as long as... The only way you could do that is if you just sit there looking at it, right? Are you ready for Silent Hill 2 Remake? I don't think it will do as well. I don't... In terms of, like, if you're talking about, like, sales of, like, a game, I don't think Silent Hill 2 even performed better than Silent Hill 1 did in terms of sales. I don't think it did anyways. At least not when it came out. But as for am I excited for it, I'm going to give it a fair chance, but I don't expect much from it. I'm not going to, like, wish for it to suck. I would like for it to be good, but I just don't have high hopes for it. Take down the sad mask. How many games has Troy Baker and Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey been in together? I don't know, but they were, for a good solid, like, several year span, they were kind of like always teamed up together. I mean, technically Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham are married, aren't they? Or do they, pretty sure they're still married, even though they don't do the whole last name thing or whatever. But, I don't know. For a while, they just like, yeah, we're gonna be in everything. Several pieces of paper on the ground. Looks like a piece of a notebook. Felt some especially powerful energy off of that woman in the white kimono. I think she's probably the one behind this mansion's curse. I have to appease her spirit somehow before anyone else falls victim to this mansion. I have to find out what exactly is keeping her drawn back to this world. And why did she let me go when she had me? I wonder, maybe that has something to do with it. Remember Troy Baker's borderline dunked on infamous Second Son since they had to ad-lib a lot of that game? Really? What do you mean? I'm not aware of this information. He had to, like, just make up the script? Where actually am I right now? Okay, new area. Okay, that's a big ass rock with a sill on it. Play shows in the photo. Lost almost 2 years of production due to 1886 getting delayed, so nothing was finished and they had to ad-lib a lot. Roy joked they only hired us because we played D&D and we skilled at ad-lib. Hey, worked out alright. Did you hear that New York is becoming more and more of a dumping ground? No. What do you mean by that? As in, like, trash or people? That unlocks that door for later, I guess. Yeah, okay. Hey, Chad, have you heard there's like someone who hates every single state? Or always has one particular state they always dislike? Oh, that's what I need. I head out. I hope I have seen this live stream in the archive, and I hope you will eventually see this in the stream archive, yes. You can also still check it out on YouTube, even though it can be a little tricky to find these streams on YouTube because they're not live listed. You just have to go to the front page and go to the live stream playlist, and you can like find all my streams here on YouTube as well, if you'd like to watch them here. Actually, I prefer people watch them here because this channel is monetized, unlike my stream archive. Do you have a particular state you dislike? Not on any, like, political level, no. I mean, I feel like that's pretty petty to, like, dislike an entire state on a political level. Just because it doesn't, like, entirely, like, agree with your own politics. So I try to avoid that mentality. There's definitely states I have no interest in living in, for one reason or another. But, hey, you know, then clearly some other people would like living there. As for states I wouldn't really want to live in, Louisiana is high on that list because, oof, pretty rough there, I feel. Especially with the humidity they deal with and the weather. and a few other things. What else? A lot of deep southern states I really don't think I'd really enjoy living in. Something's reflecting the light from my flashlight. Spirit stone. Alright, is this one I need to photograph? Hmm. Shiny yellow stone is set into the surface of the huge stone monument. Stone with a strange character carved into it. I got it. You live in New York, born and raised here? I was there last year, actually. First time I'd ever been to New York, even. New York is getting worse with its trash and people. Garbage is almost everywhere and homeless is getting out of control. I feel like I've heard those same complaints about every single city in the US, though. Like, I can't think of a single city where I haven't heard someone levy those same responses toward. And I feel like there's probably definitely like a homelessness and trash problem in every major city, but I don't know if it's like is like the apocalyptic like city destroying civilization burning problem some people make it out to be. You hate any state that has a sundown town? Well, those do historically kind of suck. Or like, not just, kind of suck, majorly suck. Oh wait, I gotta get to that door now. No, do not remove the happy mask. Sundown towns scare you as a colored bird? Well, that's kind of the point of a sundown town, is to scare you. Thankfully, there are not too many of them left these days, I don't believe. At least I don't think there are. Since, kind of like very illegal. Alright, let's see. Which one of these do we gonna leave in place? Alright, it's the one over there that will be empty. This isn't right. Hmm. Forever shocked to Mississippi as it's my birth state, state that has a ton of sundown towns as a black person. But usually you'll find most of those in, the old South, where they kind of like, fomented out anyways. You never heard that expression before? What, sundown town? Yeah, it's like, you know how in Silent Hill they play the siren to let you know when like, the place is like turning into hell mode? They do the same exact thing in sundown towns, only for like non-white people. They would literally like do an air horn siren, and if you were like if you were like a black person specifically and within the town's borders after like the siren went off at night, bad things might happen to you. Try moving this one. Oh, this is wrong. Not gonna work. Okay, it's fucked up again. Are you being serious? How is that legal? It's not legal. But with this country used to have things called like Jim Crow laws and everything else. They can't exactly. I mean, there's very few of these towns left, and obviously they don't go around lynching black people and you'll at the town you'll whatever anymore. But some of them still maintain the siren that blares as a way of scaring people away, and they still like to maintain the status like or being known as a sundown town to like hopefully just scare people away from like being there or living there that are not white. But they don't go around from what I know of them anymore. Actually lynching people. Let's hope not. But they mainly use it as psychological warfare. Like this town has. There was actually like a video that went viral just the other day. Actually, I think of some town in Arizona. Uh, of just like it was like a former sundown town, and they're just being racist as hell to this like black kid who was like doing polling jobs. You may have seen it on Reddit or something. It was like super creepy too. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I feel like this is the first move, as it gets this one in place. Can't figure out which one should be next. Yeah, that one seems to work. There we go. For the term fashionably late makes tardiness sound mysterious and vaguely attractive. See, there's those writing chops of yours coming into play. Excellent comment, by the way. How you doing, Lutzen? When I went back to Biloxi, I saw a dude with a Confederate tattoo. Luckily, most of that area is okay. You can imagine how I felt as a black dude. I will say this, just because even though I do not like the Confederate flag, I think it's really stupid to fly it. Majority of people who do like it either on an aesthetic value or because they think it's like a big fuck you to like, it's like I'm a rebel. They do it for stupid reasons. Most of the people who have that flag flying somewhere are not flying it because they're like dyed-in-the-wool racists. Though I'm sure some of them are. I don't want to discredit there are legitimate like racist people who like that flag for what it historically stands for. It's a complicated mix of things. I've known plenty of people who like would wear Confederate flag t-shirts just because they like the idea of being considering themselves a rebel. It's still naive as hell. So I don't want to like, put myself like defending them from it. I think it's really tacky. But yeah, just because you necessarily see someone sporting it doesn't mean that they're gonna like, try to do something terrible to you. But I always say let their actions speak first. But yeah, definitely like, give them a wary eye if they're probably wearing it though. Sometimes I'm glad I live in SoCal because I don't have to deal with people who outwardly wear Confederate tattoos. I mean, I guarantee you can find racism in SoCal though. It may not be as, obvious as someone wearing a t-shirt though. But on the Gadsden flag, that's the one that's like the sneck saying "Don't step on me, bro," right? That one traditionally was just a flag used for like the Revolutionary War. This was like, hey, England, don't step on us, we're dangerous. That was really just like edgy Revolutionary War fighters going like, don't mess with us, bro. We'll fuck you up. It's only like in recent years, like a bunch of horrible people using it. That's what happens with symbols of the past, chat. They get, they get abducted by terrible people who want to reappropriate them. Hell, the freaking Nazi swastika is like the Buddhist symbol for peace. Keep that in mind. It's a big-ass creepy room. There's a giant wooden carving of Buddha here. Its right foot is damaged. Left foot is damaged. Left hand is not. Remember when the ending of Assassin's Creed 3? I never played Assassin's Creed 3, so no, I don't. Told Nolan North he would become Jesus. His wisdom would be misinterpreted and used for hate. Man, what a time to be alive. Well, Nolan North did come back in like Assassin's Creed Valhalla as like an AI, so maybe he was right. Nazis were on a ton of meth. You know, somehow Nazis made even, usually people on a lot of drugs can be either like, usually can be pretty mellow or like cool people. Not them though. Not them. They are taking the wrong ones, I guess. I mean, I'm hoping one day I can turn the USSR cool hammer and sickle symbol into something cool. Good luck with that one. Kind of hard to rehabilitate symbols that people have like built up, knowledge of. Alright, obviously ghost fight coming up, so let's save state. Strange white mask, it's on what looks like an altar. I got the mask a reflection, I can't describe its facial expression, it's very strange. Ooh, that did not do a lot of damage. I'm gonna do something. Fuck you! Game's turning cursor isn't good enough to catch some of these damn ghosts. Sorry I'm late. Hey Raven, you're not late. You're just in time for a big ghost fight. A more positive note, what's a state place you would love to visit and what for? Let's see. I've always wanted to check out Colorado. Because, I like mountains and stuff. So that's one of them. But I've also wanted to go, like, see the Grand Canyon. And also Carlsbad Canyon. Or Carlsbad Caverns. So, that's more like, I think that's in, like, what? New Mexico? Yeah. So technically New Mexico. No, it's probably not high on most people's list. It's like some kind of altar. Where am I at in the game right now? We are here. You probably love canyoning too. I've never been canyoning because I've never been anywhere with like those kinds of like canyons that you can like trek through the bottom of. I've seen videos of it too, and it is similar to caving, only you have a no roof over your head. I guess I'm done in here. Got the mask I need. Wyoming and West Virginia mountainscape are both incredible for mountain views. Also know a couple of spots in Cali that were used for horror movie shooting in the mountains. Really? What movies? I have been to Colorado. It's really beautiful. Yeah, it's considered a pretty, pretty place. And West Virginia is also considered a very pretty place. So it's the mountain state, as they call it. Alright, I've got new masks. So I think I can go back to the mask room and maybe solve that puzzle now. Controversial question. Do you think 2 Dakotas is too many? Yeah, honestly, they should be one state. It didn't need to be split. They should at least name them differently instead of like North and South Dakota. This wasn't like a Virginia being split in two kind of situation where they just gave it like, oh, what we just call it West Virginia. Like they did those formed out of territories. Like, yeah, we're just not gonna put any effort into this. Hmm. Upstate New York is the most underrated part of the U.S. That place is like, I think I've heard that place is really good for like the fall season because of the leaves changing color, right? That's, at least that's what I know of it. All right, let's take this mask with us. Would you do a collab with Asmongold? I mean, I'm not sure what we would have in common for a collab. The Mask of Reflection? Yeah, sure. Mask of Reflection changed into the Sad Mask. Okay, so it changes to match whatever door you want it to be on. What about the Carolinas? North Carolina is pretty nice. I don't really know much about South Carolina, honestly. I think I've been in here, right? Yeah. If you say so, game. Lots first, you get obviously the video games, and you can give his room cleaning. What are you talking about? Have you ever gone bouldering before, Dart? Bouldering is that where you just like awkwardly climb around a boulder you could easily like kind of just hop over, right? Yeah, climb the cracks in it. I've never been bouldering. No, no. I've always considered that to like be training for rock climbing rather than anything else. Like you'd start off doing that maybe. Door seems to be locked, but I don't see a keyhole. Where does this go? Hmm. This puts me where? Okay, it puts me in this hallway. Ooh, and then take the mask down. Alright. This one can't get through for some reason. you'd watched a few Asmongold videos and you wanted to wash your face and extremely reactive. Yeah, he's well known for, like, well, his lifestyle being a bit, how should we should say unclean. Heard a sound somewhere. I think a door just unlocked. Trying to build up his gamer gunk. I mean, apparently he's a bit successful at it. I couldn't live that way. I'm sorry. I'd go nuts if I had, like, whatever his situation is. Or he's like leaving dead rats on his floor. To act as his alarm clock or something. What is a collab you would like to do then? Meet Kanye would be cool. He's the animator guy, right? Sure, if he wants to draw me in a fucked up way, be my guest. I don't usually think about who I'd want to collab with, honestly. I'm kind of like just like doing my own thing. When I don't really like to think of it as a business decision either. It feels wrong. But yeah, this person seems cool when we get along, is the way I would choose to think of it. Have I ever met any actual well-known YouTubers besides myself? No. I don't typically, like, put myself out there to, like, hobnob with other YouTubers. So I'm rarely ever out there I mean, the only other, like, good-sized YouTuber I know officially is a Tozy, though I haven't talked to him in years. But I did work with him back when he was small time, before he got big doing drama stuff. And I'm also friends with Gaming Wins. And I technically associated with Game Care Network as well once or twice, but that's about it. Pretty paper lamp, shade lamp is lit, the walls are glazed, whole room looks beautiful. You know, he could draw you with an extremely grotesque jawline, of course. What he would do, why wouldn't he? Okay, let's not grab that just yet. You should collaborate with Dartigan on YouTube. I've heard that guy's like hard to impress. Don't think he'd like me. Whatever happened to Game Care Network? I don't know. Like I said, I've only ever like talked to him like literally in a YouTube comment, and then once when I rated his live stream on Twitch. I think he just retired from doing YouTube or something, isn't he? Maybe he got burned out on it. That happens. Alright. Okay, I think we can just grab this now. There's a mask, like an eye mask, on top of the glazed altar. Got the binding mask. There are huge stakes through the eyes. The mask is different from the others. Maybe it's supposed to be used somewhere else. I don't remember where I need to use this mask at, if I'm being honest with you. Writing this game is meh. There might be some localization issues going on, but yeah, but it's like the atmosphere that's pretty good. You remember Epic Mealtime? I didn't watch them a lot because they were kind of one note. But yeah, I do remember them being big like a decade ago. Rope altar, the strangling ritual. Stake to live in this mansion. Think about your work with Kate, but she's doing her own thing now, and I don't follow her. I mean, I still like we're still friends. Talk to her regularly whenever I get a chance. I haven't streamed with her in a while though, but that's more due to her like being in a different state than anything else. What country would you like to visit that you haven't already? Well, I've never actually visited any country but my own country. I never left the borders yet. Italy would be nice. Japan would be nice. Uh, those are probably like the two on the top of my list because, you know, hey, if you're going to go somewhere, you might as well go somewhere with good food. Other than that, maybe Switzerland. Switzerland always looks really pretty. And I'm sure there's plenty of places I wouldn't mind visiting, but those are the ones that, you know, pop into my head immediately. Baldur's Gate 3 a non-co-op playthrough, maybe eventually. Alright, let's see. Where am I on the map? And where do I gotta go now? Front door won't open as if something is holding it. Seems sealed by a powerful force. Great thing about Europe is that most of the big countries are really close to each other. Yeah, Europe is actually pretty tiny in general compared to the US. What's all this green smoke coming out of the floor? I'm not sure where to go right now with this new mask I got. Because I've been all over the place tonight in this game, so I'm like, forget what I even needed this thing for. Oh, yeah, no, I do know. It was for that big stone door. Never mind. I needed to get through there. So I need to go back to the room with all the water in it. Used to take trains from Italy to Austria. Yeah, Austria is also really pretty. Greece is also a country I would probably like to visit, just because of the history that's there. I would have picked Egypt, but Egypt is apparently not a great place to go to. At all. Alright, I think I go out here. How do I get back out there? Alright. Nope, that leads back to that room, which can't do anything with. Five Nights at Freddy's doing a Dead by Daylight chapter, and any hope of the game not being spooky Fortnite is dashed. I would, you know, say you should probably not get your hopes up for anything like that mainstream being spooky. You need an element of, like, desperation to make a good horror game. As in, if this game doesn't succeed, we're screwed. They gotta be... Chad, that's actually a good, you know, good thing. To make a good horror game, you gotta fear for your life and your, like, livelihood. Because then you can channel that terror into the experience. After all, Silent Hill was born out of, like, a team of losers at, you know, Konami that thought they were gonna be fired. And they ended up making, like, a brand new series that defined horror for a bit. Don't go to Egypt, at least just not now. Maybe one day. Hey Dart, would you rather be in the Squid Games or the Hunger Games? I feel like I'd probably do better at Squid Games than Hunger Games. But that's just my bias. But honestly, you know, Hunger Games is really just a very fancy way of like finding a date, according from what I saw of it. Is there a ghost in here or not? Yep, there it is. It's like a ghost ball thing. You're kind of goofy, you know? You gotta feel bad if you're such a pathetic ghost that like the person you're trying to haunt laughs at you. Hey Dart, Charmsy and you have a pretty okay idea. What is this idea? What is this genius idea you guys are working on? Did Dartigan ever do Among Us live stream? I did play Among Us, but I don't think I ever live streamed it. I played it with some friends of mine. How is my life insurance coverage? Non-existent. Why, you plan to like, cut my brake lines or something? Take all the batteries out of my fire detectors? Smoke detectors, I mean. Suspicious comment you got there. Believe the room I'm wanting to go for is over here. That's the Murakami Shrine. I need to go... Where was I need to go? Oh, wait. I need to go over this way. When was the last time I was ever been on a date? Fairly recently. Which way am I going? Alright, go over there and go to that one room.
You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball!
Shut up, Jack. What do you know? You don't know nothing about me. You can't even play blitzball anymore because you're not real. But thank you for the bits, Lucky. You have 30 boxes of mounds or rounds? Oh, you mean... I thought you meant like the candy bar, the mounds bar. You know that candy that you never want to eat? No, you're talking about bullets. Better not abandon chat where you're only... How do you think I make money in this world? I make YouTube videos and I live stream and I do Patreon content. I got no choice in the matter. I'm stuck with you. And you're stuck with me. I hate this game's UI so much. Oh. Well, it is Japan. That does happen here. Best kind of relationships, one where either party can never leave. Don't know if that's known as a relationship. Alright, this is the way we go. Spirits don't want me to come this way. Surprised how many viewers this stream is getting for this game. Versus, say, me playing Elden Ring, which was, like, only, like, average. This one's, like, doing really good numbers. Uh-oh. I swear horror games is apparently are my thing. People want to tune in and watch. This thing's using no clip rules and it's winning. Let's fight it here. Come on, let me take another shot, please. He's getting lots of iframes. Death. Second death. Old school scary games just have something special. I agree with that statement, actually. Well, I should just keep streaming horror games right for the time being. Yeah, I still got that Kuon game to play for a FromSoft, another FromSoft game. All right, what is my... I can probably level up again. I got 25,000 points on me. What do I actually want? Could do the range. Also, what is increase the maximum charge value? Does that mean I do more damage if I increase the maximum charge value of mystical power? I kind of would want to do more damage, I feel. Or I can just... I think it means I do more damage. I might want to go for this one. I just got Return of the Obra Dinn. Have I streamed that? I've never played that, but I did think of buying it before because it does look like it'd be on my alley. You should send some classic PlayStation 2 games like Jak and Daxter. I mean, I am so far all the classic games I have sent have been classic PS2 games and one classic PS1 game. Right now, next one will be Vice City, and then I'm going to move on from GTA stuff. So I got options for what I want to do next for classic sins. Let's go for, I guess we'll go for like... can someone confirm if max value upgrade means I do more damage? Or does it just mean more points from killing ghosts? Get the freeze ability when you can, allows you... I got that one already. Paralyzed. Stop movements of ghosts for a certain duration. I'm thinking of just leveling up this. It means more damage. Yeah, that's what I want right now is this then. I feel the boss fight is coming up. I want to prepare. But I might play Jak 2 at some point, because I do like Jak 2. Is this on Pakistani PS2? Pakistani GameCube, friend. There never was such thing as a Pakistani PlayStation 2. You know, this is kind of irrelevant, but I'm taking pre-calc this year, and you cooked, huh? Hey, I congratulate you on that. Good job, dude. Go out there and make something to yourself and get a real job, unlike losers like me who, like, basically dance for nickels on the internet. All right. But that didn't do any damage to it. Oh, I'm almost dead. Didn't realize how low my health is. Alright. Time to use the sacred water then. Well, I got a stone with me, so I'm actually kind of good. Oh, come on. I thought you couldn't hear me. Might need to use better film if I want to get through this without wasting too much. Oh, cool. Coming out of the wall like that. Oh, you fucking dead bitch. You dead? The blinding mask, it hurts. I want to switch to type 14 film because I only got so much 37 film left. Chat, has there ever been a time in any piece of media history where like a circle of like giant spikes coming out of the ground has been a positive thing? It's like it's not used for some bloody satanic evil ritual. It's like generally like, oh, this is an evil thing, isn't it? Hit him with the NFT. That's what we're doing here. Getting that catalog ready to sell it on the blockchain. I mean, I wonder if anyone's ever tried to sell like ghost photos as NFTs. He made a mistake. Basically a roofless gazebo, and I've done lots of good things in gazebos. I mean, I guess if you remove like all the like spikiness to it, and also like pretend it's a gazebo, it can be a gazebo. But this is no gazebo, my friend. This is like a sacrificial altar. Where are we at on the map? The banned path. Your next title stream should be called I'm Not Afraid No Ghosts, or I could just put up there, Bustin' makes me feel good. You know that thing that's become a bit of a meme recently? Every day I'm bustin'. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no bed. Question, can you actually have, like, seizures from black and white flashes, or is it only, like, multicolored ones? No, that's a fucking ghost. Run. Run, bitch! It's a bigger bitch than you! Uh-oh. Touch me harder. Okay. So just quoting ghost stories, I will save the game. This is the end of that day, I guess. Someone said yesterday there's like 4 chapters in this game, so that's probably the end of chapter 2. Yeah, the Calamity. No way you love this game? Well, back, and it's even better than when you first played through it as a scared child. You're off to bed, Darkfire? Have a good night, man. Uh-oh. The bondage ghost got its grip on you. This place. Pretty sure Mafia went through that door. Ain't opening it for you anymore, is it? Never mind, it does. Opens perfectly fine. Oh, it wasn't close enough. Why is that not doing the thing it's supposed to do? Okay, I guess I can't take the photo of whatever this is. Weird. They're really loading me up right now for some reason. Big brother, I'm stuck. Help me. No? Something that looks like a scroll among the fallen rocks. The Calamity. Calamity. In the year 1837, on the 13th day of the 12th month, the strangling ritual failed and caused the calamity. Malice escaped and 1347 souls were lost. This is what caving will get you? Possibly. Especially in an earthquake-prone region. Put the old document in my file. You play any competitive types of games? Not generally. Like the last time I got into a competitive game was actually just Hearthstone. So it was a card game. I generally, I don't know. Well, I did play Overwatch and Overwatch 2 for a bit as well. So I guess those count as well. But for the most part, not too into multiplayer competitiveness. I guess we gotta find a way through the cave-in. Pretty sure there's a ghost chasing me right now as well. Yep, there you are. Multiple ghosts even. You know, it's probably not a good idea to try to fight them all. Stop trying to take my shorts off. I'm being comboed here. Free XP. Seems that way. Fuck you. Oops. Hey, can you get your ghost friends off my ass? Die. Munakata. Where the girl pointed, there's a book that seems to belong to the folklorist. Moon Shrine. A small shrine in the atrium of Himamura Mansion is called the Moon Shrine. It enshrines the maidens who were sacrificed in rituals. Inside the Moon Shrine is an empty well called the Moon Well. The moonlight shines down to the bottom of that on the night of the ritual. The rope shrine maiden is supposed to purify her body with moonlight at the bottom of the well. The bottom of the well is connected to the basement, and only the maiden uses this path to reach the basement. According to the legend, the first rope maiden was buried in the moon shrine. However, no body or documents were found inside. I wonder where the first rope maiden has been enshrined. I guess we gotta head to, like, the well in that, back to that shrine place. Do answer your questions before about who is Mira, and Mira is the dog from... No, I never really cared. I just called it the dog. Or like the Shiba, you know. Name is hardly important. It's, you know, the joke doggy ending. Hi, Dartigan. How are you? I'm pretty good, Dante. How are you doing? I got no real problems to report. Finished my San Andreas script today. Then I streamed for everyone. It was a really good stream. And I'm assuming I might be streaming tomorrow, though I'm not sure. Where's that goddamn ladder at? There it is. Need to find a save point. Peace out. Hey, Pariah, you have a good night too, man. You ever had to play a gun expert and know who to talk? Oh, getting new ideas for roles. Did you get any nightmares? I don't really remember even my non-nightmare dreams. I'm sure I do, but I don't recall them. Or maybe I just don't get nightmares, I don't know. I had a night terror, well, like a, not really a night terror, but sleep paralysis a couple years back, where I like woke up and couldn't move. But that only lasted like a second before I realized what it was, and then it stopped. And I was actually disappointed with it. It's like, why did you go away, sleep demon? I wanted to experience this. So yeah, I'm like the only person that's disappointed that my sleep paralysis didn't last longer than like 2 or 3 seconds. That's how fucking weird I am. Like, I wanted the demon to come sit on me more. Like, come sit on me, sleep demon. But it didn't. I realized what it was, and it just, its power lifted from me. Someone who has sleep paralysis multiple times, no you don't. Well, I've never had it before, so for me it's a brand new experience. Sealed off by the ghost power. We got a stalker. Shit, I couldn't see it. Alright. Bad ghost. Isn't this the thing from Lost? The smoke ghost? Your plot twist sucked. Begone from this house. Sleep paralysis sex demon? Now that's more interesting. Who's sitting on whose face? There was no sittings on any face. I was talking about sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is traditionally, like when drawn by artists, is like a demon sitting in your chest to keep you from moving. So I was talking about how that happened to me once, and it only lasted like a few seconds, and I wanted it to keep going. Okay, some other place showed in the photo. I have no idea where that is. However, chat, I think that's a pretty good stopping point for the night. We've actually gone, yeah, it's actually almost midnight, so perfect timing even. Got through another chapter. I'm not sure if I'm streaming tomorrow, by the way, because I am going to be recording a bunch of lines tomorrow. So my voice might be a bit worn out for a live stream. But if not, I'd probably stream the very next day. So, but if I can stream tomorrow, I will, but no promises on that one. However, I want to thank you all for being here tonight with me. Thanks for spending your time with me. If you're new here, you can follow me on Twitch, or you can subscribe on YouTube. You can join my Discord. All of that's free. And if you also want, you can check out my Patreon. That you can technically join that for free as well, for some free stuff. But you can also, if you want some classic and DLC sim videos, those are up there on the Patreon for you know patrons and all that good stuff. Hey, it's up to you though. I'm not gonna press you on it. Other than that, thank you for any super chats tonight, bits, memberships, subscriptions, all that wonderful stuff. Thank you for your patronage. Thank you to the mod team. And yeah, once again, thank you for joining me tonight and let me entertain you for a couple hours. Hopefully your rest of your night goes well. You guys have a great night. My pleasure to be here for you, and I'll see you again soon. All right, Chad. Rest of the night is yours. I'll see you all later. Peace.